All my life, I'm such a sensation. I came out there and I got very, very panicky and nervous. I really felt this sort of semi out of control. I thought this was my big chance to be a hit, and I looked at a crowd that didn't seem to know who I am, what I do for a living, what I'm talking about. And I thought, did you hear about the Jews, the blacks? I forgot who I am, what I was talking about, where I was. And they looked at me like I'm in the wrong business. I'm very nauseous right now from this whole experience. I was such a big hit at the Tonys, so I walked in cocky thinking, as soon as I show up, they'll break up. Instead, they said, where did they get a guy in this condition? Who is
So you say they don't know who you are. Do you know who they are?
Of course I know who they are. I'm an international student of all these things. But the question is, it's not that they didn't know who I was. They weren't in tune with that type of character. They weren't interested in that type of comedy. Their mind is on the music and their music celebrities. And the people like this, as sensational as I am, it doesn't make that much of a difference to them. I noticed that they could live without me. And they felt like I was intruding on a show that could be musical. What do they need a schmuck with an accent for? And it got me very nervous. Did you notice that ordinarily I talk fast, and over here I went, stunk.
Jackie, when are you going to take the live show on tour so the rest of America can have a chance to listen to what Broadway's been laughing at for so long?
How do I get on tour as soon as it stinks on Broadway? But so far it's packed on Broadway. You don't mess with a good thing if the place is packed. If you're doing business on a certain location and there's 40,000 customers a day for your candy, you don't say, excuse me, I'm going to Chicago. I don't think it's young or old. I think it's a matter of what they're interested in. Their interest is in music, and the excitement is about the next musical act. And maybe if I had some material about what's relevant to them about these musical acts, if I talked about Whitney Houston, I might have been a sensation. But instead, I'm talking about what a hit I am, Jews, Gentiles, political type of semi-implications of different things that didn't interest them that much. And I also think that I stunk personally because when I saw that they didn't love me that much, I got nauseous. So instead of being funny, I went, hey, 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 hey. People sense when you're tense, and they get tense with you, and you lose the crowd. And I'm very nauseous now from this whole experience because I was imagining myself a sensation. I know what a huge audience the show has, and I was waiting to be a hit. And I said to him, I was waiting so much and trying so hard, you know, when you wait a lifetime like I did, being a semi-failure in the business, and then suddenly becoming a sensation. You get so excited about the fact that you're up there, you're afraid something might go wrong. And before you know it, you get twice as tense as a normal person would. See, like you look comfortable. You don't care that I stunk. You could live without me. But I don't remember it ever happening to me. I'm the type that gets nervous. But somehow there was I became insecure about whether I'll be a hit, and it suddenly struck me that, oops, maybe I'm in the wrong place. I wrote that my Broadway show is a phenomenal hit, and they got excited about it. It's like winning an Academy Award. People take the lead from the critics and from the awards and from the people who are considered the arbiters of taste in America. And on Broadway, a critic has absolute kind of power. No show ever succeeded. I mean, I don't think any show ever failed that got unanimous raves like my show did. Sometimes a show could succeed that got bad reviews, but you never see a show bombing with great reviews because everybody reads the reviews. Broadway is a review town. Movies don't depend on critics. Sometimes a movie is called the worst movie by every critic, and it's a sensation because they don't care what the critics say. Most people go to the movies, can't even read. And if they could read, they don't know what's written there. 12-year-old kids are the main audience for movies. But a Broadway show is a $50 ticket, and they come from Long Island, and they're worried about the babysitter, the dinner, the cost. By the time they sit down for the show, it costs them $312, and they want to make sure somebody told them it's a hit before they get there.
Thank you very much.
God bless.